Well, hello there. Hi, yogis. I thought today we would do a desk yoga series. We spend a lot of time sitting at our desk, at our computers, and the body suffers. We ignore the body and we pay later. So this is just maybe 10, 15 minutes of gentle movements based on yoga that you can do at your desk. And I'm wearing yoga tights, but I'm assuming you're not wearing yoga tights. So it's the type of thing, some of you are wearing Apple Watches. They remind you to stand up every once in a while. So when you notice you've been sitting for a long time at your desk, you could stand up and do some of these movements. What I notice in my body when I sit at my desk, at my computer for a long time are two areas. My lower back rounds and starts to ache, collapse. And then in my cervical spine, in my neck, what I notice is that the lower cervical spine is rounding forward and the upper cervicals get into a backbend. So we're going to focus on these two areas in the movements that we do together. Let's get started. You won't need the chair. Starting with a half dog. So put your hands on the desk and walk your feet back. The ankles land under the hips. And now drop the head. So we're going to focus on that today. That'll be a reoccurring theme in our movements, letting go of the neck. Really drop, 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 and unwind here. Press into the palms. And use that input to slightly uplift in the belly, especially if you're more flexible and you have a tendency to hang here. Press into the palms and lift the belly button slightly. Soften the jaw. Lengthening here, moving the hips away from the desk. Inhaling. Walk back up. So that was a more static version of half dog. Now let's try to add a little bit of figure eight, a little bit of movement in the hips. So press back, pressing the palms into the desk and drop the head. And then from here, riding the breath, it's sort of like a cat-cow action, rounding any amount and exhaling, lengthening any amount. Maybe 5 rounds here. And exhale, just mobilizing the rib cage, flexing and extending the entire spine. Feeling it perhaps all the way back here when you reach this point, feeling it into the hamstrings, the calves even. One more time. Inhale round and inhale. Okay. Let's take another break. Come up to standing. Tadasana at the desk. The weight shifts back into the heels. Relax the arms, close the eyes. Find the breath. One more long, slow, deep inhalation. Long, slow, deep exhalation. Another time stepping back. Our third dog pose, half dog pose. And this time I want you to roll. It's very free form. Shifting one hip forward. Softening the back of the neck. This whole practice, really, we could say, is about softening, becoming more supple. We've been sitting in a very static position. We get kind of locked into these shapes, calcified, hardened. We're just thinking about adding some fluidity, some softness, suppleness. It's almost like we're dried We've become dried into that position at the desk, and we want to add some liquid. Mary Richards loves to say, coming back up, Mary Richards loves to say, motion is lotion. So think about that as what we're doing. Let's step back into triangle pose at the desk. The right foot is forward, the left foot is back. You want to be able to touch the table here, okay? So let's first just rock a little bit. Back hand is on the hip. We're just inviting the hips into a bit of a range of motion here. And then as you're ready, you come down. You might have to adjust the feet slightly. You come down onto the forearm on your desk. Your pose might be here. Bring your attention inward, as if you're gazing down towards your heart. Hello, heart. Oh, I've missed you. Hello, pelvis, body. I've missed you. I've been so stressed and focused on my emails that I've forgotten to breathe, forgotten to feel the breath. Letting this backhand wander anywhere that needs a little bit of attention. And inhale. Come back up. The front leg is straight here. One more time. On the right side, bring the elbow down and reach this back arm up and over. It's a bit non-traditional, making a round shape. Even let the head drop to the side. Close the eyes. Opening up this space between each rib on the left side. Oh, hello. And inhale. Come back up. Open the arm. And I'm going to turn around. We'll take the second side. Left foot comes forward. Right toes turn slightly in, the back toes. The left toes, the front toes turn slightly out. That's how we like to practice the pose. Back hand on the hip, left fingertips onto the desk, and we're just going to do a little bit of rocking in the pelvis. Hello, hello. Letting that fluidity come travel up the spine. And as you're ready, finding what feels good, coming onto your elbow. Here. Once again, bringing your center inside, your center of attention inside the body. Closing the eyes and breathing into the pose. And inhale, come up. Exhale. Take one more time. Shift the hips, come down onto the elbow, reach the backhand up and over, making a round shape, droop the head. Breathing here. And inhale. Come all the way up. Step back. Yeah. Okay, one more dog to cleanse the palate, pressing back into the center of the room. If it's appropriate where you are, you might consider raising a leg for a breath or two behind you. Kind of like a Virabhadrasana 3. Hands pressed down and we lift up. And release. Drop the head and come back up to standing. All right, so we have 3 sort of little strength training movements that come from Somatic Strength, our course at Lassiter.yoga, but I've adapted them here onto the desk. So we'll do about 8 repetitions times 3 movements, very simple, choose your own adventure, Listen to your body, breathe. Just a little bit of strength, a little bit of tapas before we do our twist, our back bend, and then our chair shavasana. So we're going to start with a tricep dips. So turn around if your desk is stable. Otherwise, you can do it on your chair. But the higher makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to just drop the bum. 1, bend the elbow. 2, 3. Nice for the arms, the upper back. 4, 5. Let the weight come into the arms and not the legs. 6, 7. Last one. And 8. Well done. Come up to standing. Now we're going to do a plank. So come onto your elbows here. Walk your feet back. Yeah. Ooh, I have a little timer here. I'm going to do 30 seconds for us. So you want the pelvis to drop here. So not sticking the bum up. The pelvis is coming down until you're in a straight line. You'll feel it. Your core. Engaging the core is a great way to help regulate your vagal tone, the vagus nerve. Ooh, 7 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to standing. Let's do a Uttanasana. Spread the feet. Close the eyes. Full round of breath in. Full round of breath out. 2 more breaths here. And last one. Okay. Push-ups. Push-ups. You know what else is great to do? We're not going to do it together, but you can put on one song, 3, 4, 5 minutes, a song that you love, put it in your earbuds, put it on your speaker, and just dance, kind of free form, wiggling that pelvis. I do this a lot as a break from the computer, just moving the spine, moving the arms, lifting them above the head, moving that pelvis, okay? We're going to do push-ups. Spread the arms wide. And again, coming to a straight position. Don't let the bum pop up. Let's try for 8, okay? Coming down as deep as you can, as you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway. 1 more. 4, 3, 2, almost done. 1, hold. Great job. All right, twisted triangle. Step the right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to do this, 1 more pose, and then a supported forward bend, which I'm calling chair shavasana. So come onto your left elbow. The trick here is to let the pelvis twist. Twist, 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 twist the pelvis. Don't hold that back hip still. There's no teacup balancing here. Some of you know that image. And the twist is the belly first, the belly organs twisting around the vertebral column. Again, soften the third eye, close the eyes perhaps, gazing onto the heart. One more breath. Untwist. Come back up to standing. Second side, switch the feet. Left foot is forward, right foot is back. Both legs are straight. Back toes are turned in. The front toes are pointed forward. Inhale. Exhale, come down onto the elbow. And twist. Twists begin in the hips. If you want to have a happy sacroiliac joint. So let that pelvis twist first. And then the belly organs are wrapping around. But I'm not looking up for the ceiling, which sometimes is taught. Instead, Soften your attention down. Melt your attention down towards the heart. Two more breaths. Okay, walk back up and step back for dog pose, something symmetrical. Or if you'd like, you can do Uttanasana. Drop the desk entirely. Grab the elbows and drop the head here. Drop the head all the way. Often when I do Uttanasana, I notice I'm still kind of looking up. The back of the neck is still working. So let go from the very base of the skull all the way down. Soften the jaw. Close the eyes. One more breath. Inhale. Press strongly into the feet. Big inhalation so you don't get dizzy. Come all the way up. Okay, put the hands on the desk, and if it's a stable, heavy piece of furniture, you can come a little bit feet wide, come a little bit towards upward dog, any amount. So you're kind of hanging, the arms are straight and strong here. You're just not forcing it, you're just hanging a little bit. Even if you're here, it's just helping open a little bit the front of the chest and let the head just don't lead with the skull, but just let the head organically follow. Okay, so for our big back bend today, big back bend, Rajo Kapotasana. So I think that's what this is called in Sanskrit. So take a hold of your left foot. You're standing on your right foot. And this might be your pose for today, your fingertips on or off the desk, balancing here a little bit. I'm already feeling a strong stretch on my left thigh, my quadriceps. But you might consider kicking back into your foot and tilting slightly forward. Maybe you come onto the elbow. I'm not sure what pants you're wearing. Couple of breaths here. And come back. Ooh, that was nice. I'm going to step a little bit further away from the desk. So take your Shavasana, maybe what this is called. You can tell me in the comments below. Take a hold of the foot. Inhale. And exhale. You might be staying here. The sides will probably feel quite different. Come into the elbow. You can take a mudra with your front hand if you like. Coming back. So again, if that's not accessible for you, you could be here. Just letting the leg hang heavy and stretching a little bit that front thigh. Okay, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You stood up, you got away from your computer, you moved your body, maybe you broke one little bead of sweat. Now we're going to get the chair back and do our shavasana, or it's not really a shavasana, but it's kind of a supported forward bend with the chair. And we're going to do a little bit of targeted breathing into the back body. I wouldn't quite call it pranayama, sort of a breathing awareness practice. I'm going to get 2 pillows, see what you have. The props themselves are not super important. What's important is the effect. So one pillow is to sit on, and one pillow is for here. So the pillow to sit on, the idea of it, like this one is quite small. I'm going to fold it in half. The idea of it is to sit with just the sitting bone. So I'm not sitting my whole body on it, my whole bum, because that's curling me back again. This is where we started. But I'm sitting with my sit bones on it in a way, and more towards the front of the chair, a way that tips my pelvis forward. Can you see that? This is the motion that we're after. Yes, guys, if there's any men out there watching this, you also have access to this movement. This is a really healthy, normal movement for your lower back. It's actually establishing the normal curve here. But what I'm saying is we're going to do a forward bend, and I don't want you to do the forward bend from here, because this is just compounding what we already know from our computer asana. Okay, so focus on the pelvis, the base here first. You might need a bigger pillow. You have to sit on something. Tip your pelvis. Let that pelvis tip forward first. And then the second pillow is really just to pad the edge of the desk, so it's not poking me too hard, okay? So I start with the pelvis, tipping forward, soften the chin. So I'm not in a back bend in the neck. I'm softening the chin. And then I'm bowing forward. The hands come under the forehead. Adjust your hair so it's comfortable. Close your eyes. Let your forehead be supported. The feet are wide. Soles of the feet on the floor. And feel the pressure of the desk on your front chest, pushing your breath towards the back body. Feel your lungs. On every inhalation, feel the rib cage and the breath expanding towards the back lungs. We're working with Samavritti in the direction of Samavritti, long, slow inhalation and long, slow exhalation. Not really forcing or controlling the breath. Feeling the sensations of movement that accompany the breath. About 5 more breaths here, just letting yourself be held by the desk. Feeling the breath now begin to breathe you. The effort is very little on your part. Okay. Slowly unwinding yourself, pressing with an inhalation back up. Sitting for a moment and scanning the internal state of your mind body. Noting any difference you feel now from how you felt when we were starting the practice. Please leave that in the comments below this YouTube video. I'd love to know how this practice felt afterward in your body. Did you feel calmer? I felt expanded, slower, quieter. Thank you so much for your practice. Inhale the breath, open the palms away from the body with an exhalation. Bring them together in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice. It's not selfish what you just did. Taking 5, 10, 15 minutes to shift out of your spinning mind and into your pulsing, breathing body makes you a better employee, a better boss, a better mom. All of the ways in which your work serves the world, or your work puts food on your table for yourself, for your kids, for your family. All of those things are fed by you spending a few minutes connecting with your breath, connecting with sensation, moving gently, reconnecting with the slow wisdom of your sweet body. I hope that you are subscribed to my newsletter, but just in case you aren't, please, this is the website, lizzie.yoga, Lizzie.yoga, and sign up for my free Sunday newsletter. Lots of self-care content like this, sustainable self-care content like this goes out every week. Have a good one.